Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are checking out Owl from hololive ReGLOSS covering DOKUZU. Now, I haven't heard too much of the ReGLOSS talents aside from their one debut group song. So this is kind of going to be my first individual, single piece of music that I'm hearing from one of the ReGLOSS talents. And it's going to be a cover of a vocaloid song, to my understanding. So I'm ready to jump on in. I hope you are all as well. Let's hit play. In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Okay, so already we're getting a very bassy tonality from the main vocal. And we've got a very subtle instrumentation. It's pretty chill. It's just digital percussive interjections mixed in with these little synth tones. That could be a keyboard, actually. Okay. Okay. That's a very interesting. There wasn't a whole lot of build up there. We did have our little string synth rise into an impact, and then we just kind of continued off that impact into a sudden bass pulse, and then we've got this little segment going on here that's instrumentation focused. Alright. Alright. I will say I do like how we've got these layered vocals, which I suppose are kind of lending themselves to, in some ways, emulate that vocaloid aesthetic. With not quite a robotic nature, but it's a little bit synthesized. But rather than just going all in on digital effects to get that synthesized aesthetic to the song, instead we're adding in these little bassy harmonizations, or I suppose bassy vocal layerings. Maybe not exactly harmonizations. Clean lit. This is a very unorthodox song, especially the cover. Oh, I do like that lift there. We got a little more projection, and then we laid off of it. We were getting more and more projection, and then we came back and got more breathy, and then we dropped down low for a bassy little interjection there. That was actually quite nice. That might be my favorite part so far. Alright, got those high keys. Alright. I will say this is a very unique song. It's very unorthodox, and we keep using that horror movie string rise, that suspense little rise we get there. We've used that multiple times for our transitions, and we don't have much of an impact after it. Sometimes we do have a little bit of impact, but then we just drop down low on these bassy vocals, and then we just right back into it on this very consistent, not monotone, but it's very, very consistent for pretty much most of these segments. Most of these segments of the song so far have been very, very consistent. Not a whole lot of vocal range that's being shown off here, but we are getting quite a bit of vocal demeanors. We're getting a little more breathiness. We're getting these clear, then these bassy, these different little inflections, these different tones we're getting from the vocalist here. I will say it's a little odd for a VTuber cover song, because usually you want to show off the vocals a little more than this, but I do enjoy the demeanor changes. Like right there, adding that wavering in too. Oh, a rhythm switch up. Nice. Are we actually going to build up to a big climax? No, we're going to fall. Yep. All right. I was thinking maybe we were... Oh, that was a different song. But I thought we were going to build up to maybe like a big moment or a big segment. We did not. we just kind of... We kind of sat on the edge of a build up and just a flat consistency. You know, we kept having these rises, these string rises, and then we just go back into the stable digital percussion, the stable keys thrown in, and sometimes, you know, we had a bit of a rhythm switch up at the end. The vocals would get a little bassy, and then they kind of go back to the mid-tone. They'd get a little breathy, then they'd dip down into the bass, and then they'd come back up. The song didn't really go anywhere. I did not like that song, I'm gonna be honest. Not my favorite song. But that's just speaking on the original composition, right? Like, as a cover, I will say I do enjoy the little inflections, the demeanor changes we got from the vocalist. So even if I wasn't a huge fan of the song that was covered here, I will say as a cover, the vocalist did a pretty awesome job. There was some really awesome like wavering when they were repeating like onagai, which I believe means please. For those moments, especially right after the string rise, or I suppose during the string rise. But the song did not do a great job of showing off the vocalist. I do not think this was the smartest choice to cover, especially as, like, you know, they're very new in their careers. This is like their debut time frame. And so you want to really show off the vocals. You want to show off the talent. And I don't think this was the best song to choose for that. But the vocalist did make a good opportunity out of it. There was some awesome demeanor switches up. There's some awesome demeanor switches, as well as just little inflections thrown in there that I enjoyed. So overall, not too bad. I hope we get to see the vocalists here challenge their range a little bit in the future, because while we did get, you know, a bit of pitch shifting and a bit of switching up, we didn't really get like a big moment for the vocalist to just take center stage. We didn't have like just a segment where it's just the vocalist showing off what they can do. And that's really important for a VTuber cover, where you're showing off the talent. You don't want to let the composition overshadow the talent. And it's actually, in my opinion, I'd say it's fine if the talent overshadows the song when you're doing like a VTuber cover or a VTuber original song, because that's the point. You're trying to market the talent. So you don't want your talent to be kind of on the back burner while you're just kind of making a cover song and thinking of it as a single project, while the talent is just another instrument thrown in there. You want it to be showcasing the talent. So overall, I think the talent made the most of it, but not the best cover, especially for a debut time frame. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a very short cover, only like 2 minutes, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching. And if you'd like to see more, feel free to recommend in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.